Well, greetings, yogis. Um, Getting set up for the 7 p.m. power flow. If you are here with me right now, hi. If you are watching this after the live stream, I would recommend just skipping ahead about 10 minutes in. Otherwise, you're just going to watch me awkwardly chat at the camera for the next 10 minutes. So it's really up to you what you want to do. Um, yeah, getting started for a power flow in about 10 minutes. I'm going to get this YouTube chat going. So if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to drop me a line on the chat. I love knowing kind of who's in the room, how you're doing, where you are in the world. All right, well that's going. Let's see how this lighting is. I have really, really bad lighting in my room. But I'm working with what I got, right? That's all I can really do. So there we are. Hi friends. We're getting started in about 7 minutes for your 7 p.m. power flow. Make sure you have some space around you today. I might be knocking into my bookshelf myself. Yeah, I posted a playlist for you on my IG story if you want some tunes to flow to. So you can head there, check that out, and cue that up on your Spotify. Where are we at? 1 more minute. Cool. And then, yeah, drop me a line in the YouTube chat as you arrive. Let me know how you're feeling, who you are, where you are, all the things. I'm just going to be kind of hanging out here with you until we get going. Interesting. Okay. Get this website updated. Well, that's fun. Okay. Is this what we're doing today, technology? Are we just not going to work? Who's there? Liv, hi. Nashville via DC. All right, dope. I love that. How did you find Black Swan, Liv? Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay. Trying to get our website updated and it's not working today, so that's fun. You know, some days technology just doesn't want to work with you. So that's cute. My friend Corinne, who's in Austin. Oh, cute. I teach a Zoom yoga class every Thursday night. Liv, have you flowed with me before? Corinne, I wonder if I know her. Zoom yoga. Yeah, I do one Zoom class every week, just independently. It's a lot of fun. I really like it. I have some folks that tune in from California, Idaho, New Orleans for that class. It's really nice. You have. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here again. We're going to move quite a bit today. I might tap out. I think I'm having some allergies. It's going to be a very active class. So get a towel, get some water. Oh, for my Zoom, you can find me on Instagram and just shoot me a message on there, and I can give you some details on that if you're interested. I do it every Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Central Time is when I usually do that class. I love it because then I can actually like put a face to the names. Like, this is great, and it's a great way to connect with folks that I never would have gotten to connect with before. So it's really lovely, but it's nice to be able to see your face and interact with you as well. Yeah, cool, awesome. I look forward to connecting with you, Liv. I did post a playlist for you, by the way, on my Instagram if you want some music for practice tonight. So feel free to check that out before we get going. We have about 3 minutes. I guess my website's just not going to refresh today, so I might have to pause and text my manager to see if she can refresh it on the back end. But that means I'm going to lose connection for a second, so heads up on that. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, y'all, it's going to freeze for just a second. I'm going to message my manager to get our website updated. So just heads up, if I freeze, I will be right back. Let's see. I think I'm back. Cool. Awesome. So if anyone else is, let's see, I'm frozen. Nope, I'm not frozen. Cool. I always feel like I'm, like completely out of my element sometimes with technology. Like, I'm not, I don't know. If anyone else is joining in, hi, we're starting in a couple minutes. Feel free to drop me a line on the YouTube chat. Let me know how you are, who you are, where in the world you are, how you're feeling. Yeah, I think I'm having some allergies going on. I'm feeling a little bit like funky today. So you might see me tapping out and just virtually cueing you. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel because this is going to be a very active flow. So if you see me tapping out, do as I'm saying, not as I'm doing. All right. If you want some jams for practice, I posted a playlist for you. If you'd like to donate for practice, you can do so at blackswanyoga.com/live. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I forgot to do that too. Do not disturb. There we go. Don't disturb me. I'm teaching yoga. All right. Cool. Nashville and DC. I actually have some friends who flow in my Zoom class from DC as well. Forgot about that. Yeah, Susan tunes in from DC. All right. Getting started in about 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and head over to my mat. I'm going to bring this laptop with me. Hopefully the website will get updated. Make sure you have your mat rolled out. If you can, arrange some extra space for yourself today. It might be your friend. I will probably run into my bookcase at some point. Maybe grab a towel. We are going to do some one breath, one movement today. So heads up on that. Let's see, what are we doing? We're working, we're just getting kind of funky today. Working a little bit into the side body. And then you'll see from there, right? So, hi friends, I see y'all tuning in. We're getting started in just a moment. Those of you watching on YouTube, drop me a line in the chat bar. Let me know how you are. Let me know where in the world you are. Let me know who you are. If you've practiced with me before, just say what's up. I really love connecting with y'all on this chat. It makes it feel a little bit more personal, a little more like we're actually flowing, together, which we are. What? I know. So yeah, drop me a line on that YouTube bar. We're getting started. We're just going to start today seated on our shins. Let's see, what are we doing? Sometimes I have to look at my notes and remember what I'm doing because I come up with some crazy stuff. All right, So we're going to start on our shins. We'll just ground in with a few breaths. Palms down on your thighs. Take the shoulders up to the ears, down the back. Close your eyes. And allow yourself to be still. Begin to notice your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Try not to change it yet. Simply find a focus on the sensation of breath. And notice the spaces it fills and how that affects your body. Can you feel that subtle expansion and contraction of your rib cage, your chest? And what else are you experiencing physically? Take a little scan. Make a conscious effort to release any unnecessary tension. Start small with your eyebrow, your jaw, your neck. Relax your shoulders. Let your arms grow heavy. Let's take 3 really big breaths together. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Slow and steady sigh out. Two more like that. Deep breath in. And a lengthy sigh. Last time, fill all the way up. And empty all the way out. Now seal your lips together. Begin to inhale and exhale through your nostrils, tapping into your Ujjayi breath. Can you keep your exhales and inhales equal here? So begin to find an audible exhale through your nostrils. As we work with one breath, one movement today, I want to encourage you to focus on those equal inhales and exhales. Now, before we get going, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now's a really good time to do that. Remember that an intention can be anything. It can be purely physical, it can be emotional or spiritual. Maybe you simply ask yourself, why did I show up to my mat this evening? What do I need today? Take a deep breath in. Through the nose out. Good. And flutter the eyelids open. Let's start to get moving. We'll start nice and gentle today with some shoulder rolls. Taking the shoulders up the ears and down the back. Do that a few times. Nice big movements. Getting those little crunchies out. And change directions. Good. Take one forward, one backward. Mix it up, other way. And let that go. We'll work with a few seated cat-cows today. Take your palms face down on your thighs, elbows wrap back into the ribs. On an inhale, begin to pull your heart through as you arch your spine forward. Lift your gaze up to open through your throat. Soften the muscles in your belly. Take a big breath in. Then on the exhale, draw your navel in as you begin to hollow back. So we're going to scoop and round. Chin tucks the chest, elbows come wide. Inhale, pull your heart through, elbows back, look up, seated cow. Exhale, cat, scoop, hollow. We do this a few times. Begin to explore the length and the sound of your breath. One more round. Good, and inhale to come through center. On your next inhale, take your arms up, draw the shoulders down. Take your left hand outside your left hip and then tip on over to the left. Breathing into the right side body, draw your right shoulder down and back and shoot some energy through your fingertips. Good. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, other side. Drawing that left shoulder down and back to square the heart. And inhale, take it up. Exhale, right hand, left thigh, seated twist. Looking over that left shoulder. Exhale to release, switch sides. Good. And release that. Now we're going to take our right hand back behind us, right? I like my thumb facing forward. Then we take our left arm up in the air. On an inhale, we're just going to start to drive our hips up toward the ceiling. Breathing here, reaching that left arm back. And on the exhale, just lower your hips down and look down to your right. Plant your left hand outside your right hip. Then we're going to go hand over hand, right? Big little crisscross over to take our left hand back behind us. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, drive the hips up. Reaching the right arm overhead here, breathing into the front line of the body. Look down to your left, lower your hips, and then we're just going to start to make this transition a little more fluid. Inhaling to lift the hips up and reach up. Exhaling to lower and then circle around. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down, circle. Let it become more fluid. Let it become a little bit faster, but focus on the breath. Can it be a dance? Like drawing circles in the sand. Maybe you close your eyes. And let that motion start to get a little bit smaller. Until you start to come back to stillness. Beautiful. Let that go. All right, yogis. From here, let's make our way into a tabletop. Which way do I want to face? I want to face this way today. I think we'll see what happens. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, spread wide through your fingers. We're going to take 3 standard cat-cows here. On the inhale, belly drops, look up. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, drop. Exhale, round. Last time. Good, and come back to neutral. Actually, I think I want to be this way. We're moving a lot on our mats today, so know that we are going to be facing both directions today. All right, so from your tabletop, let's start by spinning onto our right leg. So we're going to take those right toes, we're going to point them over toward the right edge of the mat so that the shin starts to parallel the top edge instead of the long edge. Then we're going to extend that left leg long. So we're coming into like a supported side plank here. The right knee is under the ankle, or under the hip, the ankle's aligned. The left toe is pointing long. The right wrist is under the right shoulder. And then we're going to reach that left arm overhead here. So I'm going to call this stargazer today. It's a sort of variation of our stargazer pose. So we're breathing into the left side body right now, pointing from fingers through toes. Just really stretching the left side of the body. look down, and we're gonna take that left hand to plant, and kind of like that circle we just did, we're gonna start to go hand over hand to turn toward the back of our mat. Left leg is extended, coming into our half splits now, right? So it's a big transition. We're going to pivot on that knee. Our left toes are flexing up toward our face. You can bend your left knee as much as you need to come into this half split. Maybe your fingertips rest on a block here. Take a few breaths as we start to warm up the hamstring. Good. From here, bend back into your left knee. We've got the left knee over the ankle, the big toe forward. We're going to tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up for a strong low lunge. Plugging that left hip slightly back and firming up the right thigh. From here, plant your right hand flat and inhale to take your left arm up for a low lunge twist. Make sure that right leg is still working. Draw your left shoulder down. Hand is aligned with the shoulder, not collapsing behind. Take a big breath in and out. Good, one more. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to step back to a side plank. So we're stepping that left foot back to meet the right. The right wrist is under the shoulder. Like we don't want none of that. We're pressing the ground away, okay? Top hand is aligned. We're lifting the hips up. You can always come into a supported side plank. You can always float a leg for a challenge. Beautiful yogis. I need to move away from this. All right, from here, we're going to float that left leg. And we're going to step over to our wild thing. Notice how the right leg is extended, the left knee is bent. We're going to press the ground away. We're reaching that left arm overhead. Stay here, big breath in. And on the exhale, high plank, come back through center. Come to your knees, look forward, and lower down to the mat. Elbows squeeze the ribs, toes untuck. Inhale to your baby cobra. Peel your heart up, squeeze your elbows back, firm up the thighs so that your kneecaps begin to lift. And then exhale to your down dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a few beats in this first down dog. Pedal it out, check in, do what you need to do. I'm going to towel off because I'm already sweating. Thank you, Texas. All right, yeah, pedal out that down dog. Check in with it. Notice how it's feeling in your body today. And as you play, make sure your hands are about shoulder distance. Fingers are spreading wide. Press firm through your fingertips. Feet are about inner hip distance apart here. Navel's drawing upward to lift the tailbone. Good. Now from this down dog, on an inhale, we're going to roll forward to a high plank. So I want you to lift your heels high off the mat and then let your hips be the thing that rolls you forward. Head arrives last, shoulders over wrists. Take one breath in, one breath out. From here, come to your knees to that tabletop position. From tabletop, now we're going to turn the left toes out and we're going to turn those, or extend the right toes long. And inhale the right arm overhead. So now we're on our left side. Wrist is still under shoulder, knee is still under hip. Stretching from toes through fingers. Can you shoot some energy through the fingertips? Good. From the stargazer, we're going to look down, we're going to plant that right hand, and then we're going to circle around to our half split. What? I know, it's crazy. So I've got the right leg extended long. Knee over the ankle, toes flexing up. You can always keep a gentle bend. Take a few breaths here. So today, as we move, right, and as we change directions on our mat, maybe you invite in a focus of shifting your perspective, right? If we only ever look at things one way, we'll only ever see one result, you know? Sometimes we have to examine things from different perspectives. Stay here, big breath in and out. On the inhale, we bend into the knee, tuck the toes, lift that left knee up. Right hip plugs back, left thigh firms. Left hand plants down, inhale your right arm up, low lunge twist. Breathing here as we twist from the navel. Notice if you're dumping your weight down into your left wrist. Can you press the ground away? Draw the shoulder into its socket. From this low lunge twist, let's step back to that side plank. Ooh. Pressing the ground away, like we don't want none of that. Wrist under shoulder. Lifting the hips up. Float your leg for a challenge. Drop your bottom knee if you need a little bit of assistance here, right? From here, we're going to float that right leg. We're going to bend into it as we plant it. Then on the inhale, we're going to drive the hips up for a wild thing. Left leg is extended, right knee is bent, and we're reaching the right arm overhead. Take a big inhale. Exhale, high plank. Come to your knees, lower down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths. All right, so prepare to see me very out of breath in just a moment. Y'all, this is our first series that we're going to do today. We're going to do it on the breath. I know it sounds crazy, right? So remember, one breath, one movement doesn't necessarily mean fast. Take it slow, take it steady. Knees to the mat to baby cobra is the flow I'm going to be working with this evening. If chaturanga and up dog are your flow, that's the flow you work with. Just make sure that you're not collapsing your low back, right? Your thighs are firm and working for both. Your hips stay aligned with your shoulders as you lower down. And if you have no idea what the F I'm talking about right now, just do what I do, okay? Or skip your flow altogether. Go straight from high plank to down dog. So let's do it. From down dog, just listen for the cues, all right? Super slow, super steady. Let's clear this out. Big breath in, big breath out. On the inhale, we go to our high plank, heels up, roll forward. Exhale, tabletop, knees down. Turn your right toes out, extend your left leg. Inhale, stargazer, left arm overhead. Exhale, half split to the back of your mat. Inhale, low lunge twist, bend your left knee and reach your left arm up. Exhale, side plank, step back. Float your left leg. Inhale, wild thing, flip over, drive your hips high. Exhale, high to low plank. Baby cobra or up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. One breath in and out. Inhale, high plank, roll forward. Tabletop, exhale, knees down. Left toes turn, stargazer, inhale. Exhale, half split, right leg long. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, side plank. Float your leg. Inhale, flip over, wild thing. Exhale, high to low plank. Baby cobra or up dog. And down dog, exhale. We're going to do it one more time. Big breath in and out. Inhale, high plank, roll forward. Tabletop, exhale. Right toes turn, stargazer, inhale. Exhale, half split. Low lunge twist, inhale. Side plank. Cool, I lost connection. All right. Well, I'm gonna give y'all a second to hop back on because I lost connection. And then we're gonna pick this back up on our final side. All right, we're starting this side over because my internet went away. So, hi, we're back. Awesome. From down dog, let's clear it out. Big breath in and out. Good. Inhale, high plank. Tabletop, exhale. Left toes turn, inhale, stargazer. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, stargazer. And exhale, high plank to flow. We meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, friends. Are you warm? Because I'm warm. Now we're going to work into some bigger shapes. So, find down dog. And just try to stay with me. We're just going to keep getting kind of weird today. All right? If you've flowed with me before, this is a flow I've taught before, but I don't usually teach like this. I don't usually teach this kind of a dancey, but sometimes I get to feeling a little frisky, so that's what we're doing today. All right? From downward facing dog. Move all your things. Let's take a big breath in and out. Now on your inhale, let's take the right leg up. Flex all 5 toes toward the ground. The hip is squaring. We're driving and lifting through the heel. Big inhale. Now, just like we did before, we're going to roll to the ball of the left foot, heel high, leading with the hips, and then exhale that right knee to the top of the right elbow. Inhale, send your leg up. Exhale, knee to nose this time. Inhale, up. And then exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Squeeze through your obliques. Pause here. Extend your right leg. Drop the sole of your left foot to the ground and inhale to your fallen triangle. We're on the pinky toe edge of the right foot, the sole of the left. We're pressing the ground away because we still don't want none of that, all right? Hold here. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Step through. Pause here. Now, stay with me, friends, because we are going to get a little bit funky. From your low lunge, make sure that back leg is working. Look forward. Lengthen through your spine. Now, on an inhale, begin to raise up through your high lunge. Turn to your left so that those left toes turn slightly out. Bend into your left knee. And extend your right leg, long toes flex up. So, I want you to think of this like a little bit like Skandasana in the legs. Is this the right? Yeah, this is the right arms. This is called Rainbow Warrior. I always get the arms confused here, but it's this way. So we got the right elbow bent, the left arm extended long. The left knee and toe are opening out, same direction. The right knee and toe are flexing up. So this is really challenging our stabilizers here today, right? Ooh, excuse me, it's so hot in Texas. Breathe in here, just holding for a moment. Whew. Working to find some stability. Good, now from here, on an inhale, we're just going to straighten that left leg out. We're going to take both arms up in the air, palms facing in. Now turn all 10 toes to point toward the top of your mat. Feet about hip distance apart. With your palms facing in, as though you've got a gift and you want to give it to someone, begin to reach forward. What if I have a really, really long spine here? Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. When you can't reach forward anymore, fold down into your pyramid pose. Now you're going to know pretty quickly if you need to adjust here, right? If your right knee is super duper bent, try stepping your left foot a little further forward. Again, all 10 toes are pointing toward the top of the mat. Just allowing your torso to fold over the right leg. Plugging that right hip slightly back, left hip forward, release your neck. Release your jaw. Good. Now from your pyramid, just take one breath in and out. From here, let's look forward. Take a little bit of a bend into your right knee, then take your hands up to your hips. So we're going to start prepping for our Warrior 3 today. The hands at the hips, right? Make sure that left hip is squaring forward. Then a little further into that right knee, begin to shift your weight into your right foot. And then float your left leg. Flex your left toes down toward the ground. Get a long line of energy from heel through hip through head. Your hands can remain at your hips, or they can wing behind you, in front of you, whatever. Remember, if you stumble out, it's not a big deal because it's just yoga, all right? We breathe through it. If we lose our balance, we just pick it up and we do it again. Bring some more light in here. All right, from this warrior 3, we're gonna take a little bit of a curtsy lunge. We did this yesterday if you practiced with me. So we step that left foot back toward the right edge of the mat. We're gonna bend into that right knee and we're gonna take a little bow. I like to think of Buckbeak in Harry Potter. Harry Potter's bowing to Buckbeak, finding some humility and asking him to go for a ride, okay? Be like Harry. Breathe in here, we're still on the ball of the left foot. Now from this little curtsy squat, arms are winging back, triceps are active, palms are facing down. We're gonna bend a little further into the knee, then we're gonna step that left foot through to meet the right, standing up, and then sinking our hips down for our chair pose. Arms up, tall spine, weight is in the hips and heels, thighs squeeze, nice strong core. Take a few solid breaths here. Remember, it's not limbo. It's not about how low you go. It's about finding the work in the body. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. On an inhale, begin to sweep your arms behind you as you lift your heels high off the mat for your diver pose. Straighten out your legs, squeeze the thighs in, draw the navel upward. Ooh, it's starting to storm here, y'all. Good. So we're extending from tail through crown. Really challenging our stabilizers today. Keep those heels lifting high. Now stay with me here. We're going to keep the heels up. We're going to start to bend into the knees, lowering our hips down and reaching our arms forward for a little squat. Notice how my hips are not sitting down right on my heels, right? They're not way down here. They're still engaged. This is working a lot here. Heels are up, hips are high, my core is working, my thighs are working, my ankles are working. Beautiful. Then from here, we're going to start to wing back as we lift the heels up for our diver pose. Now for the second one, if you'd like to plant your hand and play with your crow pose, go for that. Otherwise, just hold in this diver. Take your time. Wherever you are, we're going to meet in a forward fold. Heels down, hands down. So if you're playing with your crow, take your time. Meet us here in this fold. Let your head hang. Shake it out. Maybe you pedal. All right. My internet is just being amazing today, y'all. So here we are. We're standing. You didn't miss anything. We're going to start to draw that right heel towards the right butt cheek, right? Notice how close you can get your heel to your butt naturally. And notice how the hamstring begins to flex and work here. From here, take your right hand inside your right foot. We're going for the arch side. And we're going to zip the knees together. Draw the navel in just slightly. Take your left hand to your heart. Soften that left knee. Make sure you're not blocking out. And then inhale to a dancer. Kick your foot into your hand. Lifting the foot high, but not rolling the right hip open. Now, if you found yourself going into the biggest, craziest counterbalance you can imagine, I ask you, why? Try doing a little bit less, but with more intention. You don't have to do the most all the time. So challenge these habits that you've built and ask yourself why you think bigger is better. Can we find the integrity of the shape and then build from there? Now from dancer, we're carefully just going to release our grip. Go through our warrior 3 and land our right foot behind us for a high lunge. Landing to the ball of the right foot. Now we're going to seal that heel down for a warrior 2. Nice long stance. Yes, our left knee is bent first here, okay? Knee over ankle, big toe forward, actively opening outward, pressing through that right pinky toe. Notice how hard your thighs are working. Hips are neutral, not sassy. Draw it in, boom, extend finger to finger. Take a few breaths. Try to rip the floor apart with your feet. Good. Now from here, let's inhale to straighten that leg out. And on the exhale, triangle. Start to reach all the way forward, forward, forward. And then take that left hand down and that right arm up. Breathing here, roll that left rib cage open, still press through both feet. If you're experiencing any low back pain, you're probably too deep. Deeper doesn't mean better. Come up, okay? Depth comes with time. We all have different bodies we're working with, different imbalances. I go a lot deeper on my left side than I do on my right. That's how I'm built, all right? So just be where you're at, okay? Now from here, take your right hand to your hip, get sassy. Look down, start to bend into your left knee. We're gonna reach that left hand forward as we take our weight into the left leg and float the right leg for a half moon. Try to get your heel aligned with your hip. Flex your right heel and then pull up and away from the ground so we're not dumping our weight down. Maybe you lose your balance and you remind yourself that's okay. It's just yoga. Our ability to make a shape with our body does not define our worth. So hold in that half moon. And if you fall, we just come back into it, all right? Maybe you play with a little variation of half moon today, where you reach that right hand for that right foot, and you give a little pull back. Maybe you try that and you fall. It's okay, all right? We're testing our limits. Take your time and meet back in your warrior two. Land it soft, land it light. Good job. Flip your left palm, inhale to your peaceful warrior. Find height through the left rib cage. Keep firming up your legs. And exhale, cartwheel down to a low lunge. Step back to a high plank. Perhaps you take a one-legged flow. We'll meet in down dog. All right, we're gonna do this on our second side, and then we will begin our cool down. We've got a lot of really big shapes in here today. So just know, you know, it's probably gonna be different on the side. You might be working with shapes that you haven't even done before. I'm gonna assume most of you are adults, so be nice to yourself. You're a grown-up trying to get your body to do things that it may not have done before, okay? Show up for yourself, and remember that your body is literally doing the best it can, okay? All right, let's clear this shit out. From down dog, big breath in, and let it go however you need to. All right, left side. Left leg goes up on the inhale. Toes flex down, hip is square. We're lifting through the heel. Big breath in. Lift that right heel high as you exhale your left knee to your left elbow. Squeeze through your obliques. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Twist it. Hold it. Extend it. Inhale your fallen triangle. Lifting the hips high. Run the pinky toe edge of the left foot, the sole of the right. Press the ground away. And from here, exhale, plant your hand down. Inhale, send your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Remember, we're getting a little bit weird here. From here, inhale to come up through your high lunge. Turn to your right. Right knee and toe point out. And bend into that right knee. Left toes flexing up, rainbow warrior. We've got the right arm extended, the left arm bent, kind of like you're like dabbing, right? Breathe here. Challenging our stabilizers. Can y'all hear that storm? I wonder if you can hear it out there. I love a good storm. All right, from here, we're going to seal that left foot down. Take our arms up, palms in. Turn all 10 toes to point forward. I'm going to shorten and widen my stance a little bit. Sometimes you just have to adjust, right? With my palms facing in, I've got that present, and I really want to give it to my friend, but they're 6 feet away from me, so I've got to reach. I'm going to start reaching forward, forward, forward. Nice long spine hinging from the hips, and then I'm going to fold over that left leg. You may need to bend your left knee slightly here. You may need to shorten or widen your stance. We're folding over the left thigh, left hip plugging back, right hip wrapping forward. Let the head hang. Unclench your jaw. Oh, pyramid pose. I want you to know if you are struggling a lot with this, you're not alone. Like, look how bent my knee is, okay? My left side is really tight. My right knee usually has a little bit of a bend as well. My left knee is usually significantly bent. So just know that you're not alone. Pyramid is a really, really big stretch, okay? We're holding here for one more breath. And then we're gonna look forward. We're gonna bend into that knee. We're gonna take our hands up to our hips, all right? Preparing again for that warrior three. So for our warrior three, we're gonna bend into that left leg, shift the weight to the left foot, and then we're gonna press off and float the right leg. Hips and shoulders squared down, flex through your right heel, all 5 toes flexing toward the ground. Hands can stay at the hips, they can reach in front of you, behind you, you can get a little bit funky and play with it. If you fall, just try to do it with a little bit of grace. And know that it's just yoga, right? You can always pick it back up, you can always try it again. Then from that warrior three, we're gonna take that curtsy lunge. We're gonna take that right foot to step toward the left edge of the mat and find some humility, taking a bow. Hey Buckbeak, can I please go for a ride? Because Draco is kind of a dick, all right? Breathe. Shoulders pinching back. Navel drawing upward, strong core. And we're gonna bend further into that knee. We're gonna step through, stand tall, arms up, big toes touch, and then sink into your chair pose. Thigh squeeze, navel in, weight in the heels. Relax your shoulders down your back. Remember, you don't have to do the most. Try doing less with more intention. Next, inhale, diver pose, arms back, tip toes, thighs squeeze, and you lift the heels high. Shoulders wing back, navel draws up and in. Can you be like a fly trapped in the air? Good, keep your heels high. Begin to bend into your knees. As you lower the hips, the arms begin to reach forward. Ooh, don't let the hips collapse all the way down though. Keep it active. Heels still up, belly super tight. Thighs squeezing. Good. Now drawing from the navel, begin to lift the hips up. Arms wing back, straight back to your diver pose. Maybe you plant your hands and take a crow pose. Few breaths. Take your time, knee in a fold, heels down, hands down. Whoo, yogis, we're almost there. Take a few breaths in that fold. All right. On an inhale, just slowly roll up. All right. Last couple poses, and then we cool things down. Find your equal standing pose. Soften through the knees. Draw your left heel up towards your butt. Feel that hamstring curl, right? Take your left hand back behind you. Grip the inside, the arch side of your foot. Zip your knees back together. Right hand at the heart to make sure the right knee is not locked out. Then inhale to your dancer pose. You get to kick your foot to your hand, lifting it higher. Notice if you immediately went into this big, crazy counterbalance, do a little less, right? Just focus on the sensation of that stretch. Excuse me. Whew. All right. And from here, we're just going to release that grip. Keep your leg floated. Step back to your high lunge and seal down for your warrior two. Adjust if you need to. We don't always land where we want to be, right? Right knee over ankle, big toe forward. Pressing through that left pinky toe a lot. Hips are neutral, core is working. your warrior two. Inhale to straighten your leg. On the exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. Notice how the pelvis begins to press back. We can't reach forward anymore. Right hand comes down where it lands naturally. Left arm comes up. Your hand could be at the inside of your ankle, your shin, or even your thigh, okay? Just keep spiraling that ribcage open. Left shoulder still plugged into its socket. Still breathing. Good. From here, look down. Take your left hand to your hip. Get sassy. Bring a bend into that right knee. We're going to start to reach forward, shifting the weight to the right foot as we float our left leg for half moon. Hip on hip, shoulder on shoulder. Flex your heel. Draw up and away from the ground here. Maybe you take your left heel towards your butt and you grip for the pinky toe edge of that foot. Maybe you try that and you lose your balance. That's okay. Some days are going to be different than others, all right? So play with that half moon or that variation. Give a couple breaths and then I'll cue us back into our warrior two. Okay. Take your time, slowly, right back in that warrior two. So up your right palm, inhale to reverse, peaceful. Finding height through the right rib cage, still bending into that right knee. And exhale, cartwheel to flow. Perhaps you take a one-legged flow, meet, and down dog. All right, yogis, let's start our cool down. What a lot of stuff we just did, huh? I am sweating like a beastie, so grab a sip of water, take a little towel off if you need it. We don't have central air, so I'm basically like at Black Swan with y'all right now, just doing hot yoga in my little bedroom. All right, let's start our cool down. What are we gonna do today? That's what we're gonna do. All right, so let's just come back to a tabletop. We're gonna start from here. From your tabletop, simply slide your right knee behind your right wrist, and then take your right ankle behind your left wrist so the shin turns to parallel the top of the mat. Wiggle that left foot back behind you, taking a little half pigeon. Look over your left shoulder, make sure ankle, knee, and hip are in a straight line, and then square the hips forward. Take a big inhale, pop the chest. And on the exhale, begin to fold. Surrendering down. Focus your breath to your low belly. Unclench your jaw. Maybe you even close your eyes. Low belly breath. Take a deep breath in and out. On the inhale, slowly begin to walk up to your hands. From here, look to your left. And we're going to start to spin to that left sit bone. Left toes turn to flex up. So now we're seated on our butt. The sole of the right foot is inside the left leg. Left toes flexing up toward the ceiling. Arms come up on the inhale. Turn to face your left foot. And exhale to reach for that foot. If you can't reach it, just softly bend your knee until you can. Watching the lightning outside my window and the trees moving the breeze. All right, from here, We're going to take that left hand inside the left foot. So we're going to turn the thumb downward like we're saying boo. We're going to grab the ball of the foot. We're going to press hand and foot into each other to roll open. And we're going to inhale that right arm overhead. Stretching through the side body. On an inhale, come up, plant your right hand back behind you. Take your left arm up. We're going to come into a stargazer. Remember, we did a variation of this earlier. So, left hand up. We're going to come onto that right shin. Toes point back, left toes point forward. Then we're going to inhale to reach that left arm back. So you notice that this is slightly different than what we did earlier, right? And then exhale, lowers the hips back down. Turn to look towards your left. And we're just going to come into half pigeon on that side. So I'm going to drop that left knee down, come onto my right shin, and get situated, right? Ankle, knee, and hip in a straight line, pelvis squaring forward, tall spine, puff the chest. Exhale to begin to fold down. This side could be a lot different, so just be where you're at. Breathe with it. Maybe you close your eyes. And just notice what comes up here. Take a deep breath in and out. And from that half pigeon, begin to walk your hands back in. Turn your torso to your right. Drop that right sit bone down, toes flex up. It's like magic, right? Arms up on the inhale. Turn to face your foot. Exhale, reach for your foot. Can't reach it, bend your knee. From here, turn that right thumb down like you're saying boo. Grip the inside of the foot. Press hand and foot into each other. Open up. Inhale that left arm overhead. Inhale, come up, plant your left hand back, right arm comes up. You're going to come onto that left shin, point the right toes, and inhale to your stargazer, reach back. And exhale, lower back down. Beautiful. Let's take the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Baddha Konasana. Only take your feet as far into your body as feels comfortable. There's no need to push it. Sit bones down, tall spine. Big inhale. And exhale to fold forward. If you'd like, you can interlace your fingers around your toes and gently give yourself a little pull to go deeper. Focus your breath all the way down into the hips. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, slowly walk your way back up. Take your knees together, give a little squeeze. We're going to extend the legs long in front, toes flex up, sit bones down. On the inhale, arms up, lift out of the low ribs. Exhale, seated fold, reach for your toes. Can't reach your toes, you know what to do. Bend your knees. I know, it's like some crazy secret. It's not a secret. Now, if you want to work on going deeper into this, we work with the breath. On the inhale, pull your navel in, lengthen up your spine, lift your heart. On the exhale, you might notice you're able to go a tiny bit further. What happens if you breathe just like that? Full breath in and out. On the inhale, slowly begin to roll up. On the exhale, gently come to lay down on your back. Oh, once you're there, take your knees to your chest, give a gentle squeeze and a little rock left and right. And find stillness here. Let's make this squeeze bigger. Take your arms around your shins. Pull your forehead into meet your knees. Close your eyes. Take a moment here to show yourself some gratitude for making this time for you. To show your body some gratitude for all of its hard work. You showed up. You did the thing. Take your biggest inhale of your day. Squeeze tight. And exhale, Shavasana. This is the good stuff, y'all. This is what we do it all for. So if you have the time, don't skip this, all right? Let your arms and legs go long. Toes fall wherever they may. Eyelids close. Y'all, I'm going to rest here with you for just a short amount of time. So please, if you can, just stay with me. Close your eyes and return. Let your body relax and grow heavy. And rest easy in stillness, knowing I will guide us out of this. no Shavasana too long, so take your time. However, if you are ready to seal out practice and would like to do so together, begin to draw your focus back in. Notice that sweet little rise and fall of your chest and belly. Invite some wiggles into your fingers and toes. Softly circle your wrists and ankles. And then on an inhale, find a nice big good morning stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Fingers and toes pull away from each other to lengthen out the spine. Try to keep your eyes closed, and on an exhale, just bend your knees and roll onto one side. Take your time. On an inhale, gently begin to press up to a seat. And a nice tall spine. On an inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hands to heart. Yogis, I encourage you to just take a moment for yourself here. Whether that be to simply sit with this connection to your practice, your breath and body, to return to the intention you set, or to sit in meditation even after we sign off. Everything you have to do after this is still going to be there in another few seconds. So take a moment here just for you. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, release. Now, as always, the light in me honors, acknowledges, and loves that same light in you. Namaste. Beautiful, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me virtually tonight. I still have my laptop here, so if you want to shoot me a message before you sign off, feel free to. You can find me on Instagram at the.anna.mc or my yoga page, Scumbag Yoga. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me with any questions, any concerns, etc. I'm back here tomorrow at 2:30 on Black Swans YouTube. I also have a private Zoom class tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out. Drink lots of water. Be well. Namaste, y'all.